All right, guys, what up? Younghusband back here, and welcome to my little talk show. I'm gonna see if I can get this going. Um, yeah, so this is my first talk show here. Also, I've done a couple of YouTube lives, but I haven't really done an actual talk show, kind of talking. I do have my legally blind, so I do have the headpieces, which I guess is microphones. Help me out a little bit. And it's also hopefully going to be able to read the comments if you see comments that come through. So we'll just have to see how we go. So yeah, I guess I want to talk about. I've got a couple of notes here. Um, let's see what we got. Overcoming challenges. I know many people all over the world have many challenges, with or without disabilities. Myself, I've got disabilities now. I've always had legally had very poor eyesight, legally blind in New Zealand, as they call it. And but I've developed type 1 diabetes when I moved from Zimbabwe to New Zealand when I was 18. And now I've got myopathy for the last 10 years. I've gradually got weaker and weaker the muscles, but I am fighting it. All about positive energy. Uh, keep going, never giving up. That's what I am all about, and that's why I thought I'd come on and see if I could share my story, and so if I see if I can inspire you guys as well as you guys will be helping me out with watching my videos, and as I need to get some of time hours, so I can eventually get paid on YouTube, which would be pretty cool. Considering that I have disabilities and I'm not able to work, so I figured I would try and find something that I am able to do, as that's what I'd like to do. I'm a positive person that looks at what we can do as opposed to what we can't do. So that's what I'm working towards is what I can do. And also when I speak to other people that say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, and I say, look at you. You know, you can do this, you can do that, and you can do that. There's no reason why you can't do other things. Maybe some things you can't do and some things you can do, but you gotta look at all what you can do as to what you can't do. So that's what I'm all about the overcoming the challenges, as it were. Anybody has challenges, everyone has sort of challenges in life, and that's what I like to overcome and work different ways around it. So yeah, so that's the first topic that we're just going to talk about is the challenges, which is a big topic, you know. And then I've got, well, for me, being a very positive person, I never give up. And I always start the day saying, I'm going to have one of the best days uh, that I can. And live each day as it was just, you know, a happy day of your life. And I've got my little dog next to me here. He's sitting on the couch. I can show you guys. That's my little boy. Uh, yeah. So he's an amazing little boy. I've actually taught him to help me out around the house. He's always like a little helper, which is pretty cool. I taught him to get my shoes and socks for me, pick up my slippers, my shoes, beanies, hats, um, all sorts of things, which is pretty cool. I've even taught him to open the doors for me and open little cupboards and things like that, which is pretty awesome. As well as because I've got the diabetes, when my sugar levels are sort of rapidly heading down, um, and sometimes it can be during the day or during the night time. My little boy comes in and he smells my eye, puts his nose like literally right on my eye. When the eyes are small too, all the sugar's coming out, and yeah, he put his nose on my eye. And he won't move until I check my levels, and my levels might be okay at that time, but then 2 minutes later they're going too low. And he sensed it before my fracture my arm, which actually is about 10 minutes slow. So he already knows it way before the sensor. So sometimes, I just get up and I just have something to eat. I check to see that. But yeah, he's usually pretty much 100% bang on every time. It's pretty cool. It's awesome. So that's what I've been teaching my little boy to do. But he's also a helper because I can't bend down, pick things up. So in staying positive, I've trained him. I've had a helper training, a dog trainer come and help me out from the beginning, and I've sort of got to know how to do most things, which is pretty cool. So, and continued on doing it, a little bits of training with him, bits and pieces. He's such a cool trainer. He's like we're inseparable. He's really cool. But in terms of staying positive, I liked in terms of when you have a disability or you're just struggling, you just got to take a deep breath and say, right, I can do this, and just put your mind to it and focus on one thing at a time. If you're thinking on the full big picture, but it makes it so overwhelming that it feels like the challenge is too big. So what you got to do is you've got to break down the big challenge into smaller challenges and just each day just chip away at that smaller goal. When you achieve that one, chip away at the next smaller goal. And then later on, if it's a long challenge, you might end up getting it at the very end of the year or something like that, or 6 months, or however long your goal is. And that's what I've done. I've chipped away at everything slowly, just a little bit at a time, and it's getting me slowly. I've still got lots of big challenges myself. I'm trying to get my watch time hours on YouTube so I can eventually get paid. Because when you can't work, I don't want to be this lazy person that just does nothing. I want to be out there inspiring the world. And that's what my goal is. And sorry if it is comments I can't read them. I do have the answers. I could try to, but I haven't seen any come up. I guess it's my eyesight. But yeah, so if you've been checking out my videos and you've seen that, awesome. I've done some really cool dog videos with little Ty, like Hey Dog's Christmas is up there. It's a 6 minute video. It's really cool. I wanted to get my clothes out my closet, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so a little bit things like that when I was chipping away each goal as well. I had to do the same thing when I was training Ty to make my videos. And until I eventually, got my little 6 minute video. I was hoping it's going to be a bit longer. But I persevered and persevered, and I never gave up. I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get this little video done, which is cool. And so doing that, and well, also earlier on, I had my Instagram growing really well, 18,000 followers or so, almost 19. And unfortunately, I got hacked through my Facebook and lost my Facebook and my Instagram. So I'm having to start my Instagram all over again. So yeah, if you guys want to follow my Instagram, check it out. I've got a new one now. But it's starting small again, so we'll try to build it back up again. It's going to take a while. So you have little bits of challenges, and of course, with your challenges, things can knock you down, just exactly like that. I lost my Facebook, my Instagram, and I was starting to do really well, which was really quite annoying. It really knocked me down for six. But I looked past it, and it was just like, this has happened, and sure, it's knocked me down. I had almost lots of few subscribers on my Instagram as well. Paid subscribers, which is really awesome. People were supporting me. It was amazing. And now I had to look at starting all over again. Back from square one again. So it is a bit demoralizing. You get pulled down a little bit, and then of course had other little things that happened at the same time. My mobility scooter broke down on me, so I ended up being pushed in a wheelchair with a wife for a day or for 2 days or so until I managed to find a secondhand mobility chair, which is very slow and it doesn't go on glass. So it's still a bit frustrating. My other one's trying to get it fixed, but in the meantime, I do have a big all-terrain mobility scooter coming next week, Tuesday, so I'm really excited about that. It's called the Smoothie mobility scooter, and apparently I might be the first person in New Zealand that might have one. So yeah, I am down in New Zealand, so that's where I've come from. I originally come from Africa, but now I'm living in New Zealand. So yeah, and I'm just trying to make the most of all my abilities and things like that I have, and I'm trying to keep going, keep positive, even if when things knock me down. And you got to just keep going. You just can't give up. Sure, you can have some days and some doubts, but then the next day you wake up and go, right, gotta put my mind to it. Let's move forward. This is happening, but how do I counteract it now? Well, I'm thinking, okay, with my Instagram, YouTube, my Instagram, I'm gonna try and get it going, and I'm gonna get it better than it was before. That's the goal. And I'm going to keep inspiring people around the world with all sorts of things. And then, yeah, so that's that. And then the next thing I had on there, I'm just going to read this to you on there. So yeah, as you know, some things happen, you'll be doing whatever you're doing, and something might happen, and you can't do that job again, or do that sort of thing again. As I say, there's a saying, when one door closes, another door opens. And for me, I had several doors that closed at the same time, which was hard and frustrating, going from being able to walk and run and ride my bike and do karate. I was a black belt in karate, yet I'm a decent weapon, where I was. But I can still move my arms and do things. But yeah, my legs don't work very well, so I'm very unstable. But when I couldn't do karate, I couldn't get up off the floor. Then I couldn't bike ride. I couldn't even use my two-wheel scooter. And I ended up in a mobility scooter to try and get around to get the dog walk. So, like a lot of things happened to me at the same time. Uh, but yeah, but in the meantime, I've still stayed positive and going, well, okay, maybe I can't do those things. And then I started looking at other opportunities. Yeah, what else can I do as opposed to what can't I do? I'm sure I can't do this, I can't do that. People say, well, what can I do? So I was looking at it and I was like, well, that door closed, but the next door open was I've got social media now, like the Instagram, or I started again. I've got the TikTok, yeah, and YouTube, which I'm trying to get going really well. It's YouTube, and so I thought, well, I might as well go with those and see if I can get to the point where I can get my watchtime hours and followers and see if I can get paid at the same time, inspire it all at the same time, and just don't stop going, just keep going, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's how stay being able to stay positive is what can I do next? What's the next step? Basically, that's what I've looked at. Even when things knock me down, I look at what's the next step? Well, the next step is to keep going and find something else that is going to help, that is going to work. Well, what can yeah, what can you do? What can I do? So you guys got to look at what can you do as opposed to what can't you do, and what's the next step. But so that's the next step for me is to get the social media going and get a big following, inspire people all over the world, and I have done. I've done really well. And let's talk about inspiring people. I've got my autobiography, which I call The Man Makes His Own Life. It's on Amazon and Kindle. And it's, yeah, so that's what it's called, The Man Makes His Own Life. And that's what I believe. Yeah. And that's what I've stuck to. I mean, sure, like you can get lucky with some things, but usually you have to work really hard to make your own luck. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work really hard to make a success on what I can do. Uh, and being positive and staying committed to what you're doing and put your mind into it, put your whole soul into it, put your work into it. Um, and just keep going and going. I did the whole entire work into the Instagram as well as the TikTok. The Instagram got so stuff again. So that was a bit frustrating. Um, but nevertheless, I'm back on track again, and I'm working through it again, and going to get back to where I was, and keep going from there, and try and be ultimately a motivational speaker, as I was a motivational speaker when I was able to walk around and travel. I actually went to Hawaii, which was amazing. Like it was so cool. Um, so I did a bit of a trip around Hawaii. I checked out Pearl Harbor and all that. So it was really cool. But then at the end of the trip, I had to do a motivational presentation. That was the start of my presentations. So I did that for a while and did quite a few things motivating. I did two other few other presentations to inspire kids, teenagers and kids, I suppose, and to keep going and be positive and just never give up. I guess that's the big key is never give up. Even when things knock you down, you just get back up and you just go again. You're just like, right, doesn't happen, but I'm gonna get back up and I'm making better than ever. You just think, well, I'm making you better. And that's what I do. I try to wake up every morning and be smile on my face. And I've got my little dog, and he makes me happy. And he looks after me so much, which is really good. So yeah, so for you guys, do the same thing. Wake up in the morning, say, right, I'm gonna have a really good day. Yeah, just go for it, have a good day, and do your best that you can. Um, let's see what else have I got. Well, I've covered the keep going, which is awesome, and the never giving up. So those are the things that I was going to talk about today, and that's what I've got. Um, I have no idea how many people are on here. I actually can't read it because of my legally blind eyes. I've got a little eyesight, but I can't see a little bit. But yeah, so if you guys want to check out my TikTok and my Instagram, it is on the link tree on my profile page, so you'll be welcome to do there as well. So if you have to subscribe on here, and I'm going to try and do as many, you know, little videos, motivational videos, and do some little talk show, and have a bit of fun with this and see where I can take it. And yeah, comment on my videos and things like that, which would be awesome. I can always get back to you guys, and I always look at the messages, and yeah, I try and reply to everybody. And yeah, certainly you can ask me any questions. So that's what I'm going on about. And see if we get this little talk show. This is the first of my first little talk shows. I mean, if that's a little videos we'll do cooking. But yeah, looking at that, I haven't seen any comments come up, but I guess that might be me. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to do it often as I can, and keep going and have a bit of fun with this. And you guys are also, you're welcome to ask me questions, and yeah, check it out. Um, on my new videos, I've got this new big mobility scooter coming called the Scoozy, and I'm super excited because it's going to open up more opportunities as well. And I'm going to do some really cool videos for you guys with it, as many as I can. But I've also had to, I mean, doing social media when I first started with the YouTube and the Instagram and TikTok and all that. I had no idea how to do editing as well as I'm legally blind. So that was a whole new ball game for me. I had to ask my flatmate to help me do it. And then she would do it, and I was like, well, you gotta teach me somehow, so I can do it myself. So it was a whole new thing. I had to learn how to do the editing and what editing to use and how to do that. And then you got to put up music, which is awesome. But then you find out when you do long videos on YouTube, you can't do music, which is what I found. You can only do music with the short videos, um, which is a little bit frustrating actually, and it's very limited music. So I hope YouTube are going to expand the music there, which would be really good. Um, yeah, but then when you put up music on a long video, sometimes it's the music is copyrighted. It's like yeah, which is very frustrating. Why even have music here that can be copyrighted? But anyway, we got to keep going with it and keep going, never give up. And I'm still in the gym training. I'm busting my legs, trying to work on my strength, see if I can get a little bit back, and keep what I've got, so I don't lose too much. And of course, living in New Zealand is really hard to get motivated in the winter. I'm sure you guys know about it when you have your winter in your countries. It's it's very difficult to get motivated in winter. It's nice to go to a gym when you've got other people and you can go with a group or a friend or something like that. That's pretty cool. But me, it's difficult getting to the gym, so I've got one little home gym. Um, Sadly, had to get rid of my spin bike and the rower machine because I'm physically not strong enough to use them. But I still got the turtle gym and a bench press machine together with a lat pull down, so I'm looking at that. So I'm still trying to keep myself going as much as I possibly can. But in summer, there's going to be some cool videos, and I'm working at possibly doing some awesome dog videos with my little dog, like little dog movies. I'm going to try and do a little dog series, which will be really awesome. It'll be amazing. Like a little dog series, maybe 10 minutes long or 20 minutes long or something like that. Um, which are really cool because I've got a super, super smart dog. And if you guys want to check out my videos there, You know, I've got an amazing clever little dog. Um, and I'm going to try and do as many videos as I can. It's my pal. He's snoozing away. He's had a little. Yeah, we went to New Zealand. It's had a little bit of a drizzle earlier, but it's now, but it's definitely going to be coming back again. So yeah, the next couple of days is a bit rainy. Um, but it's all good, you know, it's part of life, it's part of winter. We're just gonna keep going. Plan on doing a little bit of workout this afternoon if I can, see if I can do something. And yeah, so you gotta keep going. It's all you gotta do, man. It's cool. Uh, and then what else? Tell you some funny stories. Uh, when I was young, in my teenagers, yes, I was living in Africa, and um, people like with bad eyesight will relate to it more to this. But anyway, we went to Austria to do some snow skiing, and because of my bad eyesight, I lost sight of my family snow skiing. This is when my legs were still swollen, and I ended up skiing 5 days, and I ended up skiing into the wrong country by accident. Yeah, I ended up in Switzerland. Yeah, I had to manage to. When I got to the bottom of the ski slope that I got to, it was just a little town. And yeah, no one could speak English, and I was asking them, you know, how do I get back up to Austria? Most of Austrian people. There was no cell phones in those days, and I really got it at the same time. So it was a hell of a tricky game. So I don't know if any of you guys have been lost in any countries. I'm sure some of you have, but yeah, it's not so fun. Yeah, asking for help. Eventually, I managed to wait for a bus, and someone pretty sort of could understand told me to wait for the bus. But luckily, he could speak English and took me to the right destination. I don't even remember paying for the bus. It was sort of, everything was just chaotic, and I was nervous and all that. But yeah, anyway, I get back up to Austria and had a big spaghetti bolognese at one of the restaurants at the top of the mountain there when I talked to my family. They're like, mate, Dan, where'd you be? Got lost. I ended up in Switzerland. Yeah, they started laughing. Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, so there's always fun times when you gotta laugh at some of your jokes, the funny things you do. Sometimes things can be, at the time it can be, nerve-wracking and scared. I was very scared I was gonna get back, sort of thing. But then when you manage to do it, you just gotta do what you do to get back to the right thing. It's just what you do to the right place. Um, and eventually when you get back and after all that nerves are gone and everything, and you're safe again, it's kind of like, well, you can talk about your story being lost, how frightening and nervous it is. But yeah, but that's what life is all about. It's all about adventures. It's fun. Things happen. You just got to keep going, live with that, and smile at all the things that have had, smile a lot at all the things that have happened to you. And joke about it. It makes for a good story. It might have been scary for me being lost in the wrong country, but looking back at it, it's uh, it's pretty cool. I've got a story to tell, and I can ask other people, what country have you guys been lost in? So yeah, and then think about it. You guys can, some of you might have been lost in certain countries and that sort of thing. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna make the most of what I can do. I hope you guys make the most of what you can do and just never give up. Keep prospering, keep working hard because you make your own luck in life and that's what I believe. So the hard work pays off eventually. And that's what I'm gonna do and I hope that you guys do the same thing, work hard and eventually, that hard work will pay off and you will look back and you go, wow, that was really hard to try and get to that certain point of view where I was trying to get to, whatever it is. But I've done it. You'd be like, what? I've done it. I've actually achieved my goal. Uh, and it feels good when you achieve your goal eventually, which is awesome. And it's awesome. It's such a good feeling. I had that feeling quite a few times. And then, some things can happen as well. You can get pulled down. But it's how you fight back, you know. instead of being, all sad or be at the bottom, which you can do for, a little while. But it's how you get back on that horse and get back on that bike and just get back on the right track and just like, right, I'm going to put my mind to it and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it better this time because now you've got experience of what you've done in the past of how it worked. All about experience, you live and you learn. And it's all about that, That's how it works. Life works. You live and you learn, and you don't make the same mistake twice. You might make other mistakes, but you don't make the same one twice. And that's awesome. And then you can advise somebody if somebody ever asks you something that they want to do, and you can say, "Well, I've been that way, and don't do this and don't do that. Stick with this and stick with that." And yeah, that'll be it, and you'll be awesome. That person will be so grateful that you just given them some amazing that advice, and that's helped them achieve their goal maybe quicker without making the mistakes. That's if they keep the advice, which I hope they do. Um, and yeah, so that's how life goes. Life goes on. It never goes backwards. You can't go back. Uh, you just got to keep going forward. That's the other way I look at it. You can't look back all the time. You got to keep going. You got to look forward and make the most of what you can do and have a good time and enjoy and smile because and be good to people. I did forget to tell you guys that for each book I sell, I donate $1 to the Make-A-Wish charity. So at the moment, actually, I've done really well. I sold 100 books last month and I'm 68 books this month. So uh, yeah, I'm just over 100 books sold. I was trying to get it up to 200, which would be awesome. But we'll see when I first get my first paycheck from Amazon, which would be pretty awesome. And then I can donate the money to the charity, which would be awesome because I know it's always good to give back to the community. So that's what I'm trying to do as well. So yeah, many things on the go, which is all good. Training and this and working on the social media here. I'm trying to get the watch time levels, like I mentioned many times. And so if you guys can check out my long videos, that'll be really amazing and help. And welcome to my talk show. And I'm gonna try and do a bit more every now and again. As I said, this is the first one, so it's my introduction sort of one. And I'm gonna see if I can do a few more and write different topics. And if you guys want to message me saying, Dave, I want a topic on this, or I'd love some advice as well. Being my first time on here, while doing the talk show, to inspire people around the world, to never give up and we'll keep going. And I do a lot of little videos on my TikTok, my Instagram, to inspire people. But this is a whole different step doing the YouTube live on hosts as a host. And just keep going and enjoy things and never give up. So if you guys are enjoying some of my videos and you enjoyed my little talk show today, it's my first one, so I am a little bit nervous. There's a lot to feel like I was going to go, but I think I did really well. Tried to do the best. I worked out quite a few notes, so I'm going to continue writing notes to help me out. So that was my topics on the day. It's never giving up, making opportunities, and what else did I put in here? Overcoming challenges, which is one of the lists there. And, as I said, when one door closes, another door opens, which is on the list there. So I'm going to try and work on a few lists until things come a bit more natural, and I think things a bit also funny, more energetic. But yeah, no, it's cool. It's been good, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Um, I don't know how long I'll go for. I'll have to work on a time frame. I think we'll be coming up with. I think I started about 6 past. I'm in New Zealand, so probably 6 past 12. So it's almost 30 minutes. So I'm gonna do like 2 minutes. See if I can get a 30-minute show going or 30-minute talk shows, like I said, and enjoy things and see if I can Yeah, it's 5 people. uh, so, yeah, so it's been good. Things have been tough. Things are going to go good. Especially when I get this new awesome mobility scooter off the rail off road one. I'm going to do a little cool video, kind of almost like a little Top Gear sort of video review on the Suzy. As I said, I'm probably one of the first people that are going to have one in New Zealand, or if not, I think I will be the first person that owns one in New Zealand, apart from the company. Uh, so looking forward to it. That's coming next Tuesday, and then we'll be away, and also I hope that my other one that broke down can get fixed in the meantime before yeah so that'll be awesome. uh, yeah, in the meantime I'm going to keep going and keep walking, uh, and yeah, so check out my videos, that'll be awesome, guys. So yeah, coming up 30 minutes now, so I'm going to probably stop the chat here and see if I can do a little bit today, and yeah, please help me out, that would be amazing. Hit me a follow, please subscribe on here, and check out my Instagram and my TikTok will be awesome. I'm trying to get the Instagram going again, so that'll be awesome, guys. And yeah, let's see if we can get this YouTube really popular. So cool, guys. Share the video, my YouTube to as many people as you can. That would really help. And yeah, no, cool. Thanks everybody for watching. If you came in, appreciate it. And if you hit the subscribe, thanks very much for doing that. Cool, guys. We'll catch up with you next time for the next talk show, and we'll see what I can talk about. It'll be awesome. So thanks very much, everyone, and see if I can see the button. Awesome. See you guys.